Hello, Caitlin. This is the Back to Life sign language stuff. I'm just gonna do verse by verse. I'm not gonna play the whole song and sign it because I think that would make this video way too long. But I will do some of the parts with the music if it's confusing, but I don't think I really need to do any of the parts with the music, but I might just for timing issues if there is any. So, the first verse is, I breathe out confusion, I breathe in your truth. So what I do for this is, I can't remember if I do this. So with my right hand I'll go, I breathe, and basically breathe is just, you're looking like you're breathing, but you're using your hands and you're like using your body to make it like more dramatic, and just so it's like, I breathe. And then out, you kind of hold your left arm like this, like you're holding like a pot, I consider, and then you're taking something out. So I breathe out. And since this song, I might do the music with this part just because it's long and drawn out and you need to go with the music. But I think you can, since you're leading a group, I think you can figure it out, but I will play the music with it just so we know what to do. Okay, there it is. All right. I breathe out. And then confusion, you're going to put your pointer finger with your right hand on your head, and then it's going to be confusion. So you're like doing this, and then your hand kind of does this, so confusion. It's like you're flipping something, but you're not doing the total thing. You're just going to have your finger on your head, and then I breathe out confusion. So it's like this hand's already down here, so just do that. So I breathe out confusion, and then I breathe in, I breathe in. It's the same thing, except you're going in the pot right here. In your truth. So you're just pointing out to Jesus, and then truth, you're just going to take your pointer finger and take from your mouth and point out. But I think something I did when I did that, I did your truth, I pointed up. And that's okay, but I did that for dramaticness, so you could like go from your mouth and kind of make it go up as well. Because I know you're doing it with a group, so you might have to like bring these motions in and kind of like, okay, this is how I want everyone to look, like, because it needs to be more uniform in a group. Because I was able to do my own thing because that was a solo, so I didn't have anybody to just be like, okay, well, we need to all do it this way if we're going to do it this way. So just decide if you want truth going out like this or up. And then I breathe out, I breathe out all my fears, I breathe in your peace. I was trying to remember, I need to look up the lyrics because I haven't done it for a while. So I breathe out, I can't remember if I did all my fears. Let me play the song because I might remember if I play the song.
Your truth, I breathe out all my fear, I breathe in your peace.
I remembered I do all my fear, so I breathe out all my fear. And fear is just, again, you're having your hands wide open and then they're coming in on each other. And to make it more dramatic, I crunch in my shoulders and like you make the face of kind of like fear. So it's kind of like you are looking afraid. So then all my fears, I breathe in, and then peace, your hands kind of mush, like you can't see it because it's really, but your hands kind of mush together and then go out. So peace, like you're going to be like, okay, rubbing them together, and then they go out like that. And then it repeats that part again. So you got to see me do it with the music. I didn't expect I was going to do that, but I did. So, yeah, that's verse 1. And they repeat that twice. So something you could do, I suggest, maybe you could have someone do that solo first time, and then the second time maybe have someone else do the solo. And then on the chorus, everybody come in. Just so it can like differentiate. But depending on how many people you have, you could have a solo and then the whole group do it if you don't have that many people that want to do solos. Okay, now the chorus is I'm coming back. So like I broke down these words because when I did coming back or whatever, like they weren't flowy, but I talked to someone and like we talked about it and like that would represent coming back because I am very the person that likes to do the signs like how ASL does them. So I'm coming back to life. And life is just you have your L's and then you're going up to your shoulders. So I'm coming back to life. And then feeling is just this. You have your hands, but then your middle finger kind of goes in and then it's like you're feeling with that middle finger. So I'm feeling. And then hope is just you're taking your fingers like this from your head and then going out and putting them together. So like, you know the sign no? That's what it is. You're using those same fingers except both to your head to out. Hopefully that sentence made sense. I'll be doing it with the music so you'll see. I'm feeling hope, arise. And then you're just like you're lifting something up. Arise. And then because it's just your finger in the middle of your forehead going out and then you're scrunching that up, your finger up. So because of you, and then while you're up there, I'm going to do the finger down, do this only you down here because you can't see my hand, obviously. So because of you, and then only, you're going to bring that finger around, but then have it face like this. Only you, and then Jesus. I'm coming back to life. I'm feeling hope arise because of you. Only you, Jesus. I'm leaving the rest behind. That's what it is. Okay. And then leaving. You're gonna go from your left side to your right, and like you're grabbing something. So I'm leaving the rest behind. I'm pretty sure that's how I did behind. Yes, behind. So let me look it up really quick just to make sure I have the right word. I'm pretty sure I do, but I don't want to give you the wrong sign. I remember doing it, and I remember the sign, but it's like one of those things I'm like, am I doing exactly how I did it or not? Okay. Oh, I had this the wrong way. Okay, so behind. Got it. All right, and then leaving the rest behind. So your left hand's going to face out kind of like, here, that's better. Your left hand's going to face like this, like your thumb is going that way, and then your other is going to make a thumbs up against it. But you're doing it this way because what I want you to do, well, what I did, and I think it adds more drama, is I'm leaving the rest behind. And so you're going to have your head turned away from it. So it's just like I'm not looking at that anymore. It's behind me. So behind. And you probably noticed that when I did it, but I don't know because I was at convention and you just saw me on the screen, so you wouldn't be able to tell if what I was doing made sense. I don't know. I didn't get to see myself on the screen. I was on the thing. So I'm leaving the rest, and you can leaving the rest. You could do that, but I think leaving the rest behind. So yeah. And then leaving the rest behind because of you, only you, Jesus. So let me do that with the music so you can see what I mean by some of the stuff.
I'm coming back to life. I'm feeling hope arise because of you, only you, Jesus. I'm leaving the rest behind. My heart is satisfied.
I knew I forgot something. So it's and you can do, I did heart. Heart is supposed to be, it's with your middle fingers and you're making the heart, but you can do my heart. Since it's a big group of people and you want it to be kind of together, just do your pointer fingers if you want to. So my heart is satisfied. And what I did, and satisfy is this, but to add more drama, again, I went down with it. So what you do is Satisfied is ch, ch. So what you want to do is ch, ch, but with your body. So, satisfied. And it's just your right hand above your left and you're going down like this. Alright. I'll do that part again with the music because I forgot about it.
Leaving the rest behind. My heart is satisfied because of you, only you, Jesus.
Okay. Now the next verse is, I lay down my weakness, I take on your strength. I lay down my defenses, I step into your victory. So this part, I'm going to explain it a little. I'll explain it the way I did it, and then, okay, so I lay down, and basically you're just laying down. I lay down, and it's kind of like you're bowing, but you're like using your hands like I'm laying this down. So I lay down my, and then your right hand, your left hand is facing straight, and your right hand is this, and then weakness. So I lay down my weakness. And so something I think I did was weakness. Like I did my body with it because it was this. Doesn't seem like it's weak, so you want to look weak. So weakness. I take on your strength. And you can do that different ways, but I think it would be cool in a group. I take on, and you go one direction with strength, so it's very defined that you're taking on his strength. So, but you can do whatever you want. I'm just giving suggestions. I don't know if you wanted that, but I'm giving suggestions because I've never done it with a big group before. So then I take on your strength, and then I lay down again my defenses. And basically you're just having your left hand here and your right hand's hitting it. And defenses is just this. And kind of making an X, but you're not really. You're just doing this. So, and then I step into your victory. Something you could do, again, is you could have everyone go one way. So step into your victory. So you have them in a spot, but then they move to a new spot on step into your victory. So they're stepping into their victory, quite literally, not just with their hands. But then again, you can do it whatever way you want. You could move them forward, or you could just have them be really dramatic, step into, and just kind of something like that. And victory is just, your hands are like twos or V's, and then they're together like this. Victory. And then the chorus is the same. And that's the verse. So I'm going to do it with the music so you can see what I mean.
I lay down my weakness. I take on your strength. I lay down my defenses. I step into
And those O's and that ad-lib stuff, you can choose a soloist for that. Because I always did this because I'm like, I was a soloist to the whole thing. So I did the O's, I did everything because I wanted to do everything. So you can have someone that's like doing that ad-lib, because he is doing ad-lib for that whole course. But when I was doing the solo, I just ignored it and it worked. So, and he's just doing the stuff that you guys are already signing. So just do those words and add more drama to him. So let me hear what he's doing. For most of the song, he's doing everything that everybody else is doing. Like right there, he's like doing only you. Okay, now I'm going to do the bridge. And the bridge, it repeats itself 3 times. The first 2 times when I did it, hold on, let me grab my dowel rods. I did sign language. And then the last time I used dowel rods. You can do that as well, but I will show you how to do it with, so you can do it with a group of people. But also another suggestion, you could do a soloist the first time through the whole thing, resentment, depression, all anxiety, they have no power over me. And then you can do another soloist, addiction, strongholds, and every disease, they have no power over me. And then on the second part, And the second one, you can have them do that first part together and that second part together. And then the third one, you can have everybody do the whole bridge. And it could be very powerful. I think that could work too. But then you can also do dowel rods and everybody does the bridge the entire time. And yeah. Or like I said, you could do the soloist thing for the first two, and then the last one, everybody grabs dowel rods and does the thing. So I'm giving you multiple suggestions of what you could do. I'll show you how to do it with the dowel rods, and I'll just show you what the signs are. So I think that covers it. Okay, so the first sign is resentment. So resentment is just this. Your right hand, and it's like resentment. It's like your hand, you are resenting your hand, and your hand is resenting you. Pretty much. So resentment. And then depression is your middle fingers, like your hands are spread out, but your middle fingers are going into your, like, let's just say your soul and your heart and all that stuff. Depression. It's like your hands are kind of like doing that. It's like depression and all anxiety. So what I want you to do is, this is worry, and so I made that anxiety because I don't think I could find anxiety, but anxiety is worrying and stuff. So you're going to be like moving your head around with it because when you're anxious, you're worried about everything. So just kind of follow where your hands are going. You'll see what I mean when I do it with the music. So resentment, depression, all anxiety. They have no. Have is just you're bringing it in. Have no. And no is that sign again early with those fingers. No power over me. And over is just your left hand's right here and your right hand's going over it. So power over me. And then addiction, it's like a fish hook, you know? It's like addiction. So you could do addiction. And then strongholds. It's like defenses, except you're making like a little house before. So strongholds. And then every is just your left thumb going out, and then your right going. Your left thumb's up like this, and your right thumb's up going right against it. Every, and then disease, there's like a middle, like your hand again is spread out, your middle finger's on your head, and then your other one's on your stomach, and then disease. And so it's just kind of like your body is, you'll see with the drama with the music, it's really hard to do it without it because you're just trying to like show the sign. So every disease, and then they have no power over me. And I'm going to show the dowel rods part because I'm going to do it. So what I did basically was resentment, depression, and all anxiety, they have no power over me. And then addiction, strongholds, and every disease, they have no power over me. And then I threw my sticks. So you could do that with your group, but it would have to be like a less dramatic throwing of the sticks. So over me, and then just they'd throw them by their side. Like they wouldn't just throw them across the room like I did, because I did that. But it would still be dramatic if they threw them down. So let me do the bridge with sign language, and then I'll do dowel rods version. I'll start that again because I know I didn't.
Strongholds and every disease, they have no power over me. Resentment.
Okay, and that's those. And I forgot to mention that the chorus, you'll have to just listen to it because they do the chorus once after verse 2, but then they repeat the beginning part of the chorus and then go into the bridge. And again, with the ending of the song, they do the chorus once, and then they do it again, I think. No, they do the chorus once, and then they do the second part of the chorus, and then they do the whole chorus again. So you'll just have to listen to it. And now I'm going to go to the part where I do the outro. And you could do something like that, but also it could just be sign language the entire time and it's still just as dramatic. So that's Back to Life. I hope this was helpful. You can text me. You can message me on Instagram and then ask me any questions that you have about the video. So yeah, I hope this helped.